So you like Minecraft and you're tired of using other people's skins? Hey guys, welcome back to TutsByKai. I'm Kai, and today we're back with another video. And we're in GIMP today because you don't need any fancy, app to make a skin. You don't need Libra Sprite, you don't need A Sprite, you don't need anything like that. You can do this in regular photo manipulation program. You can do this in my paint if you needed to. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and we have this nice Steve template here that you get off of Minecraft's website, minecraft.net, and go ahead and log into that, and then you can download the template. And this is the 2.8 version because it has the arms and legs down here. That was new in 2.8. So we're gonna add a new layer here, and I'm gonna just go ahead and on top of this, we need to block out a couple of things first. So pretty much what we're gonna do is this is the front, right? That's the front. This is the back. Right? And it's the same thing, it's the same pattern for all of the pieces here. So this is the side, this is the side, this is the front of the leg, this is the back of the leg, this is the side, this is the side. And it keeps going like that, like I said, over here too, and it's the same thing down here. So now I usually want to start with the face because the face is the most important piece. I'm going to go ahead and I'll fill in all of Steve's face here. So we don't need any of that, we just fill all that in. Now I'll go ahead and I'll add in a white color and we'll do his eyes. I think I want to do, you know what, I never do mouths. I just don't like the way they look, but we'll do that today. So I'll go ahead and I'll do 2 white lines right there. And then for the eye color, I kind of want to do like weird, like reddish eyes like that, maybe. Like that. And then on the top, I'm sorry, on the bottom of the eye, we'll go ahead and darken that color and push it a little bit to the the pinker side, right? And then we'll fill that those bottom pieces in like that. Give it a little bit of shading. So for the hair, we're gonna just add another layer. And for the hair, I want to go ahead, drop the blue color down a little bit more to the bluish color. And I want to do a little bit of shading here, but nothing too crazy. I'll go every other row. And we'll do something like that. Now on the top, I want to follow this through. Actually, wait, we'll do 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, right? And then put that piece, and then we'll go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and we'll go all the way back like this, to give it a little bit of texture, which will look pretty stylistic and cool. There we go. Alright, so now the hair is complete, and we can go ahead and continue with the rest of the shading here. So that's our shading layer. We'll go ahead and grab our skin tone, and then just drop it down, desaturate, drag it to the red a little bit, and then we'll go ahead and get this this texturing for the skin here. I want this not to be as dark as it is. That looks better. Alright, perfect. So now we have that for the ears, just a little bit, 1, 2 dots for the ears, so we can get a little bit of shading in there. We will also go ahead, this isn't like anti-aliasing shading right now, we're just getting a bit of texture, so this is more like a texture kind of thing going on right now. I think I will put that right there, or maybe right there. Yeah, right there. And then we'll do the same thing for the arms, I think I want to do. So let's go ahead and do the arms now. We'll grab that skin tone back, eye drop. Now what I'm going to do is, now once we have all the texture down, which if we don't, I want to go ahead and grab this gray, drop it down a little bit more, and we'll put a little bit of texture on the vest here. So we'll have this kind of go down and around like that. We can go ahead and merge down our textures with our materials, with our colors here. We'll go ahead and right click merge down. Now we can drop the opacity down of our our materials, but we don't need to do that. So what I'm doing, I'm just gonna hide that. We'll go to our box select, and every single one of these that's supposed to be the side of something, we're gonna select that. We're gonna add a new layer. Then we're gonna select all of this. So this side, hold down Shift. This side, this side, this side right here, the arms, and also the sides of the head. Unhide our layer, unhide our material, and we'll choose a darker blue color here because I'm going with a blue scheme, and then we'll just fill that in. We'll fill it in, bucket fill that. Select none. Now we can just drop the opacity down, and we'll change the type to grain merge. And now you can see we have a little bit of shading on there, which looks nice. So we have a little bit of stuff going on now, which is making this look a lot better. But now we, of course, have to go in and do a little bit of shading ourselves. So with that same blue, we'll add a new layer above that, and we'll change the color to grain merge, drop it at halfway down. Now we can do some shading like this, but it won't be like super fantastic. And instead of going in and doing manual shading, we'll go ahead and just do a little bit of this. So I'll just shade a little bit on the corners of his head there. Alright, so we kind of have an L on all of the corners now. I missed one. There we go, right there. We'll go ahead and duplicate this layer. Drop the opacity down a little bit. Hit delete. Nope, hit delete. There we go. And drop the opacity down about 20%-ish. And then we'll just, on those corners, on the actual corners, we can go ahead and fill all that in. So now, we'll go ahead. Let's do this. Let's take our materials, our colors, and we'll duplicate them. Go up to colors, colorize, and turn it to solid white so we can see what's going on a little bit easier now. So you can see what we're doing, alright? And we'll add a new layer once again. Now this new layer will also be about halfway down. We'll turn it back on grain merge, and now we can do a little bit of the shading that I want. On the actual skin models. Now we can turn our block shading on so you can see the edges, which is nice because we need to do that. We'll go ahead and maybe a little bit of texture there. But now you can see our color is kind of saturated right now, which doesn't look too great. So we'll duplicate our material layer here of our actual colors. We'll go to curves. We'll brighten it. We'll pull this back piece up. Darken a little bit. Right there. And then we'll go to red. We'll add in a little bit of red, just a little bit. We'll go to blue. Add in a little bit of blue. And we'll take out a little bit of the green. Actually, I'm sorry, we'll put in a little bit of the green as well. Looks good. Alright, so now for these little pieces we just created, they're kind of dark, so we're going to go ahead and turn them down a little bit. Somewhere around 30%-ish. Now you see you have a nice saturation kind of going on here. And if you want even more texture than that, we can go ahead, add in a new layer right above all of this. We'll hide everything except for the... Actually, no, we'll hide everything, yeah. And we'll go ahead and we'll... Every other pixel... And instead of doing this over and over again, we'll just go ahead and copy this. So we'll go to about right there. We'll go 4 layers. And then we'll go layer, crop the content. We'll grab the move tool. We'll duplicate this layer, right click, duplicate. We'll move it down. Right click, merge down, right click, duplicate. And we'll take these dots, set them to overlay. And then we'll just turn that down, way down to about 15% maybe. You can also invert that color and make them white instead, which helps a few areas stand out instead of them being black. We'll go edit, copy visible, paste as, new layer in place, and then we'll hide every single layer because we don't need that except for the Steve layer. We just go ahead and grab those pieces. It would fit perfectly. We'll copy, paste as, new layer in place, right? And then we'll move them down here. And the same thing with the legs. Hope you guys learned something new about pixel art, maybe something about Minecraft. I don't know. I'll see you guys in the next tutorial, but until then, bye-bye.